During UFC 329 Media Day, McGregor was asked about Gaethje comments. The former two-division champion quickly dismissed the idea of fighting him, showing no interest in the matchup and bluntly referring to Gaethje as a fucking bum. Conor, Justin Gaethje, said he'll be in attendance for your fight against Max.
He also says he wants to punch you in the face. What's your response to Justin Gaethje?
Yeah, join the queue. Join the queue. There's a few, you know. Yeah, look, he has the lightweight belt, fair play to him. Holloway put him face down, ass up though. Badly face down. So, you know, I'm not even thinking of it at this time. But I go down to lightweight again. Also, is another thing, I'm not so sure. I fancy the Triple Crown. I fancy the Triple Crown. So, less of the disrespect, you fucking bum.
McGregor also made another eye-catching claim during Media Day, revealing that Max Holloway is earning 5 times his usual fight purse for stepping into the cage with him.
Always campaign for the fighters getting their worth, and I'm very happy with it. We're getting, it's a steady rise. If you ask Max, I'm sure it's probably 5 times his highest pay. You know, so the boys are getting there, and the boys and the girls are getting there, and I will always campaign for that, and I'll always be happy that I have helped spearhead that. You know, as an owner of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, it kind of puts me in a pickle. You know, I always vouch for the fighters. So, but I also have a stake in the company, so there has to be some sort of balance. But still, I'm a fighter at heart. I know what it takes in this business, and I know without the fighters, there is none of this.
McGregor also revealed that for the first time in his fighting career, he abstained from sex throughout his entire training camp. According to the former two-division champion, the sacrifice was all part of his preparation, before joking that he'll be making up for it after the fight, saying he's expecting to have a good night Saturday all across the board.
Listen, it's magnificent. The fire is in my belly roaring and is about to be released on Saturday night. I've practiced abstaining also in this camp. It's the first time I've ever done it from any type of physical touch, if you will. And that's been intense. I'm excited to see what it brings on Saturday night. We're going to have a good night Saturday, all across the board.
During UFC 329 Media Day, Max Holloway was asked about Conor McGregor's recent comments regarding the greatest featherweights of all time. Responding to McGregor's criticism of fans' GOAT lists, Holloway shared his own rankings and revealed which fighters he believes deserve to be considered the greatest 145-pound competitors in MMA history.
Max, what have you made about Conor's apparent frustration that he's not talked about as the greatest featherweight of all time? And he's a little bit mad that you sometimes get called that.
I'm just hearing this now. Is he frustrated? I mean, it is what it is, right? When people talk about this kind of stuff or stats or history, you want the fans and you guys to talk about it, not us. So yeah, he got a bone. He needs to start picking a bone with you guys, not me. It's not my fault.
Of the 5 who have had that belt, you, Volk, Ilya, Conor, and obviously Aldo, how do you rank them from 1 to 5?
I think Aldo is my favorite. You know what I mean? But I can see the case with Volk for sure. You know what I mean? And then I also see through the media size why, and I'm not gonna rank myself in it, right? So if it's 4. Would have to be Aldo, Volk. Maybe you give a little bit more to Ilya because of who he did and the guys he fought, right? And then Conor just won it one time, boom, disappeared, became a double champ. So, you know, 2 to him, but that's just the way I look at it.
Comment below who wins Conor McGregor or Max Holloway. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell. I'm still under 1,000 subscribers and I upload new MMA videos every day. Now let's get back to the news. Conor McGregor acknowledges the demanding nature of fight week, admitting the mental and physical toll, even with his experience. Still, he prioritizes preserving his octagon intensity, channeling that energy rather than turning to therapy or introspection during this critical window.
Fight night, fight week, and God willing, I'm back here next week and the week after. How many weeks is in a year? 54. There you go. You know, I could fight every week if it's a go. You know, before the injury, I had maybe 3 within the year. People don't recall that. And yeah, now there you go. I plan on getting busy here. The arena, right? I'm the one that's making the walk, so I'm the one who's pushing for it and campaigning for it. I'm sure that is the case. Now, I've said my piece with the Ultimate Fighting Championship and their staging of my bouts, and they've said their piece, and you know, it's kind of fallen on, let's let it happen on Saturday night and let's talk. And I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that.
Max Holloway shows respect, calling Conor McGregor a true-born fighter, and believes his time away from the sport likely allowed him to heal from past injuries and return refreshed.
The fighter, man, a true-born fighter. He's made for this, and you know, I'm excited that I'm the person that's welcoming him back to the octagon. A dangerous Conor McGregor, you know. I mean, everybody keep talking about how he's been away for 5 years, and that's a bad thing. Man, that might actually be a great thing. You know, get your body, get to reset. The man got a lot of money. I'm sure he's doing the right things at the right time. You know, I know we saw a lot of bad media stuff on him, but you know that they're not following him around 24/7, so you don't know what he's doing every second. And I can, you know, I can compare it to that, not in the craziest way, but I play video games, and everybody thinks, oh, I play video games for 2 hours, that I need to go train. I'm like, bro, come on. But at the end of the day, I think there's two sides to the story, and you know, I think I'm gonna see the best Conor McGregor there is, man.
Conor McGregor is issuing a final warning to Max Holloway ahead of their highly anticipated rematch, making it clear that there will be no safe haven for him once they step inside the cage.
The prediction is going to be a good bout. Tune in. 29, the Mac is back. I'm coming in hot, fast and heavy and ferocious. You don't want to miss it. Let's go.
Conor McGregor believes he's the greatest featherweight of all time and is frustrated at being overlooked in certain ranking discussions. He sees his upcoming fight as the ideal opportunity to showcase his skills and put the debate to rest.
Prove my level. I have many things that I've taken in this camp that have been fuel to my fire. One, the greatest featherweight of all time, or you know, this ranking system of the greatest featherweights, that I'd beaten these men and hadn't been in the list. How have I beaten these men easily and handily, and yet be kept from the list? You know, all things. Who's the greatest featherweight? Who, you know, what's my skill level? Max is, and that's why I love Max as an opponent. He's fought so many people, and he's a very impressive body of work inside the octagon. He's for sure a future Hall of Famer, and you know, now I get to go in.
Coach John Kavanagh says Conor McGregor is taking his UFC comeback more seriously than ever. Speaking with Ariel Helwani, Kavanagh revealed that Conor has been spending nearly all of his time at the gym. He even revealed that McGregor has practically been sleeping in the storage room because he's constantly training.
You start to believe that this was a real thing, that he really did want to come back. Because there's also a theory out there, you've got all this money, you don't really need to come back, you've done it all.
Yeah.
Like, just go enjoy your life.
Well, certainly when he moved into the gym.
Like, literally moved in.
He literally moved in. I had a storage room, and he asked, could he put a bed in it? And I was like, sure.
Sleeping there.
Yeah.
He has probably a mansion.
He does.
And how long ago was this?
Christmas.
So he's just living there?
Yeah.
Does he go back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so a couple of nights of the week he was sleeping there, especially on sparring days, because, well, for him it's early, 11 a.m. So he can get up at 10:45. No, actually he's getting up earlier than that because, like I said, we're trying to make sure we did everything right for the last 6 months.
Why does he have to live there?
It was a certain mindset, you know, a certain mindset that comes with that. You're in that environment from 6 a.m. The gym is loud and busy. So, yeah, I just thought he was, you know, a bit of a Rocky Tree moment, you know.
Okay.
Go back, get the eye of the tiger.
Is that a thing where he says, I want to do it, what do you think? Or is he just saying, I'm doing this?
Yeah, a bit of both. Like, you know, he'd obviously ask permission. It's my gym, but I thought it was a great idea, so I said.
Did you think he would?
I get a free security.
Sean Strickland has admitted that he went too far with his recent comments, criticizing Dustin Poirier following Poirier's highly publicized arrest for public intoxication. After previously apologizing for dismissing the seriousness of depression, Strickland has now continued to show his support for the former interim champion. In a recent video posted on social media, Strickland took aim at Bud Light after hearing reports that the company could end its sponsorship deal with Poirier.
I've been thinking about this bottle, and I've been thinking about Dustin a lot. I reached out to him, and he put some things in perspective to me, because like my initial thought was kind of angry, condescending, and I really had to work through that. I said, man, why did it make me so angry? And let me tell you why. Bud Light has spent $6 billion. $6 billion. The pool party, the hot girls, the guy on the horse with the flag. I never got that version of that. This bottle to me represents hell. The version I got was my dad getting home at 4 o'clock, grabbing a cold beer and becoming a monster. Potentially ruined my life. Ruined his life. It ruined his dad's life and his dad before him. This bottle to me represents a lot of misery. And so whenever I see people use it, especially in that manner, it makes me angry. And that's my own flaws as a man, and I gotta work past that. And there's so many Americans that drink this and they love life. They go play catch with their son, and I love that. But sadly, that's not the case. A lot of Americans are f***ed up. They don't have to go to the dealer on the corner. They could just walk into the supermarket and buy as many of these as they want. But what made me so mad is just, talking to Dustin and hearing things through the grapevine. I heard that Bud Light might let Dustin go. And let me tell you, that is the most un-American thing you can do. You spent $6 billion creating an addict, creating someone that wants to grab this every time he's having a bad day and bring out the worst in him. And in his lowest time, you're contemplating letting him go. That is the most un-American thing you could do. Bud Light, if you want to represent America, you stand by him and you help him.
Eric Nixick has addressed the rumors surrounding an alleged backstage altercation with Ali Abdelaziz following Makhachev's victory at the UFC Apex. According to reports, Ali confronted Nixick backstage, and the situation briefly turned physical before security stepped in. The dispute also spilled onto social media, where Sean Strickland and Manel Cobb traded heated comments while defending their respective sides. Speaking on the Ariel Helwani show, Nixick downplayed the incident, saying the situation had been blown out of proportion and insisting that the disagreement was far less serious than many people had made it out to be.
Well, telling us what happened, or would you?
It's really like, to be honest with you, I don't really know what happened, right? Like,
was there a punch thrown?
Nothing that affected me.
Okay. Great answer.
Yeah, nothing that.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, but this is a fight game. It's the fight game.
With all due respect, you're the head man at Extreme Couture. You are one of the most respected and liked people in the game. Why are we getting to that point?
I just think there's some things that are lost in translation amongst other guys in the room that needs to get squared away. And at the end of the day, that's my job, right? Like the gym, the relationships in the gym fall on me. So I need to do a better job of rectifying those relationships and making sure that we're all on the same page and that we can all work together to achieve a common goal, because it's not about us, the coaches, the managers, it's about these fighters. And they need to have a good place to be able to train and not have to worry about any drama or bullshit outside of training. The sport's hard enough.
Can I ask you bluntly, because I did see Manel and Sean going back and forth, is that the root of the issue here?
I think that's some of the stuff.
Okay.
Right? I think
has that been squared away?
No, Sean's been in Florida.
But will that be a problem if they're in the gym together?
Sean's one of those guys where it's like, even with the Poirier thing, like he says something and then he walks it back, and then
because they were publicly tweeting each other. At least Manel was tweeting him.
And I didn't even know that because I was in Baku and on a whole different timeline.
Okay, yeah.
And then I got back home and I was like, and then Kai was telling me, he's like, "Did you see Manel and Sean going?"
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it. So that's another conversation, because it doesn't look good for us as a gym, right? And like I said, that falls on me. I need to get that under wrap and make sure these guys are all on the same page. They share a mat together. They don't really train together. They're obviously in different weight classes. When we were out in Australia, those dudes had each other's back when Sean fought Izzy and Manel was on the card as well. So
McGregor states he feels genuinely comfortable at welterweight, insisting the added size and weight haven't slowed him in the slightest. He describes himself as operating at maximum potential, seeing the move up as an advantage rather than a compromise. This confidence in his conditioning, McGregor believes, makes him more dangerous than ever.
This at welterweight, but you get what I'm saying. I beat these men handily, absolutely easily, and yet I go on my career and you listen to this, that these men are better than me in the featherweight division, even though I beat them. So, that was motivation for me in the camp, fuel for me in this camp, for sure. I'm excited to compete here at welterweight also. I feel good at this weight. I've had some excellent performances in the welterweight division. Saturday night's going to be another one. Look, styles make fights. It's not a good matchup for him. It's not a good matchup for him. He's a good fighter. He's not a bad fighter. He's not on the level of the man.
Former UFC middleweight champion Robert Whittaker is finally set to make his long-awaited move up to the light heavyweight division. This Saturday at UFC 329, he'll face veteran Nikita Krylov on the preliminary card at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Speaking during UFC 329 Media Day, Whittaker admitted he was initially butthurt about the situation, but said he has since embraced the opportunity and is excited for a fresh start at 205 pounds, regardless of how things unfolded.
The chapter has closed. I'm very happy as a light heavyweight. It is honestly life-changing. I recommend it to anybody.
How so? How is it so life-changing? Obviously, not having to cut all the weight is big, but what do you do with all this extra time now?
I still do have to cut weight. It's just not as brutal. It's not as bad. You know, and I was able to fuel myself much more during the camp. Recovery was much higher. Like my moods were better. Everything was just much better for it.
Fighting on the prelims is something you have not done in over a decade. Do you like this? So you can sort of get out a little bit earlier, have a little more family time? What was your reaction to being on the prelims?
Yeah, you know, I guess at first I was a little butthurt. You know, ego is a thing. But I quickly started seeing the silver lining. It's less to do, earlier fight, in and out sort of thing. But then I got shafted and still have to do all the media that I normally do anyway. So, yeah. But it's cool. It's cool. It's an amazing card to be a part of. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be there. Like I said, middleweight Rob Whittaker, the chapter has closed. This is light heavyweight Rob Whittaker. I'm here to start. You know, it's a new chapter. It's a new page. So I'm looking to get in there, test the waters with Nikita. Tough guy. Yeah, look that.
Conor McGregor discussed his mental approach to camp. He aims for openness while preserving the venom and fire vital for peak performance.
Everything that comes with fight week, I know you've talked about this before, that it is taxing, it is exhausting, but you're used to it, you know, but now here you are and you're in it, and you have lived such a crazy experience, a unique experience that people want to hear about it. How much of yourself do you want to share at this point in your career?
Well, you know, it's fight week. I won't be getting on a therapist's chair on fight week, do you get me? Yeah. So I need to keep that fire and that venom. Literally, that is what it will be. It will be venomous inside this octagon. And, you know, I'm an open book. What you see is what you get with me. I always try and speak my truth, and, you know, at the best of me, I try and encourage others and inspire others and motivate others, and that's kind of what I'll do, you know, without getting too much into anything soppy or anything, you know. I'll keep that fire in my belly.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest MMA news and UFC updates. We upload new videos every single day. Bye.